Hi, my name's Steve Howes and I work for Siemens Process Instrumentation, and today we're going to be looking at the SIMATIC PDM Process Device Manager and the extended license. In previous blogs we've looked at the single tag and the basic and service license. So the extended license is a bolt-on or an upgrade license that you can add to the basic or service licenses. Hopefully you can remember that we can't upgrade any of the functionality on the single tag. So if we have a look at one of our previous slides, if you've watched our previous blogs, this is the service license that comes with the basic license and an additional 50 tags, so 54 tags in all. And these are the bolt-on licenses that you can purchase, and today we're going to be looking at the extended license. So this can be purchased after and added to the original license at a later date if you want to spread the costs. So the first thing that we get with the extended license is a real nice function called the change log. So this works really well if you've got a PC integrated on site. So you have multiple maintenance engineers who are logging on and doing work. So everything is logged. So you're not having to start the fault finding process off again. You can go to the change log and have a look what the last engineer did and get to the fault a lot quicker. Also, if you've got to follow certain standards that prove that you haven't tampered with the instrument, that's where the change log is quite good. The next part is the calibration log. So rather than having a separate tool for logging your calibration results and creating a document, you can do that within PDM. So it pulls all your diagnostics, instrumentation parameters, and all of your recorded calibration values into one report. So you're not having to search in different databases for different reports. As an extension to that, once you've finished writing the report, you can add your next service or calibration interval. So when you refresh the diagnostics on PDM, it will see that it's expired on this date and time, and it will come up with an alarm. And there's two views that you can see here. This is your standard PDM diagnostic view, where it will tell you that your maintenance timer or service timer is expired, and if it's integrated into maintenance station, you don't have to refresh the diagnostics. Maintenance station will do that for you, so it's constantly scanning, and it will update you on this alarm. So that's the difference between the two. We'll touch on maintenance station in future blogs. A real powerful tool of the extended license is bulk transfer. So if you have a tank farm and you've got a volume curve and you've got 10 identical tanks, you've proven the volume curve on the first tank. It may have 32 breakpoints, it may have 10, it may have 20. That's quite a lengthy exercise to put that into the other 9 level devices. So part of the extended license, you can right click your parameter. On this example it's degrees Celsius, and then do a bulk distribution of that parameter to all of the instruments that are the same on your plant. So things like fail-safe levels, volume curves can be transferred from one device to multiple devices, so it really reduces your configuration time for larger projects. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at these in real life on my demo rig, so you can get a feel for what they look like in the real world. So here we have a small project and we've seen this before on a previous blog. So compact field unit, which is Profinet, Profibus PA, and then ET200SP, which is Profinet to different option cards, and this one is a HART input card, so it allows us HART pass-through. So the first thing we're going to have a look at that the extended license gives us is the documentation manager. So if we go to object properties, I can see here now I have the additional tab, documentation manager. So I can have up to 10 documents added per device. So this could be drawings, it could be like PIDs, service manuals, calibration certificates, material certs. All of this can be put under this documentation manager. So when somebody opens up PDM, they can start referring to these additional documents as well. So if we delve into PDM, we can see our parameter lists. Now we'll start to see some of the functionality that was disabled is now back. So the print functionality, I can print, I can do file exports, including my documentation manager now, and my changelog is available. Well, I haven't made any changes on this, or I haven't enabled the changelog for that device. And then I have my calibration log. So when my calibration log opens up, under here I can see the diagnostic state. I can update the diagnostic state of that instrument from here as well. So you really shouldn't be calibrating an instrument with a fault on. So I can see that this device is okay. Then this is where I put my results. So this may be a thermal bath, for instance, and then I have my measured values, and I can put my acceptable site tolerance in here. Any attachments, and I have a calibration certificate for the thermal bath, and any comments here. I might have had to adjust something to bring it within calibration. When I've finished all of that, I can then say I'm going to set my next calibration or service interval, pull up my calendar and take it to October next year. Okay, and then I can save that. When I've generated my report, I can push these out to a log report generator. So this saves the report as an XML, so cloud-based apps can access it, or I can just open it via other tools such as Word or Excel. So another nice tool is the value comparison tool. It's now available. So what this allows me to do, if I think there's been a parameter change out in the field, so somebody's used the push buttons on the instrument, these are my parameters here for this temperature transmitter I've got saved last time I used it. So I'm going to apply, I'm going to check my online data with my current open object. And what this will do is it will go away and it will read the parameters of the device and compare them to the ones I've got on the screen at present. And when they're loaded, I'll be able to see any that are different. So now they've finished uploading, I click on OK, pardon me, and I'll see any parameters that are different. So these here are on the device out in the field, and compared to my parameters when I last went on, I can see a few differences here. The one that really worries me is my sensor factor, where this is a multiplier, was 10 and now it's 1. So this is a real useful tool to get to those issues where human intervention has caused us a problem. I can see here as well my status is also showing me that a parameter has changed. So that's what this green exclamation mark, this functionality is supported by Heart and Profibus and Profinet devices. So that concludes the look at the PDM extended license. As you can see, it's a really powerful option to add to your basic or service licenses, giving you some really good functionality for those larger projects. So I hope it was useful. On the next blog, we're going to be looking at the PDM server and client licenses.